In our only video of today's lesson, you'll be introduced to kanji characters you'll need to discuss dates. After this set of notes, you will be able to read and write 3 more kanji. Again, slow kana days means heavy vocabulary days. Today is no exception. Look for patterns in the vocabulary you learn. Our first character today is hi. It means sun. Also, the sun is up during the day. When writing this character, we begin with the left side. Because kanji get so complicated, I'm no longer using the letters indicating stops, hooks, or tails. Please note the ending of the strokes, as each kind of end has its own shape. The second stroke, like katakana ro, goes across the top and down the right side. Remember, I said these strokes appear in a lot of kanji. The third stroke is the horizontal stroke in the middle. The final stroke closes the bottom of the character. Let's try this with a bit of animation. Stroke 1 goes down the left. Stroke 2 goes across the top and down the right side. Strokes 3 and 4 are horizontal. This kanji is a pictograph. That means it's a sketch of what it represents. I know it no longer looks like a sun. However, it used to be a dot representing the sun and a circle representing the light and warmth radiating from it. Circles are hard to draw, so over time it became a box with a line through it. As you know, most kanji have at least 2 ways to pronounce them. This one has several pronunciations. The own readings borrowed from China are nichi and jitsu. Notice that the katakana ni looks a lot like the kanji ni. The kun readings include hi, and when preceded by other characters, it can also be read bi or ka. You'll learn when to use each reading as you learn new vocabulary words. I also want to introduce you to another type of reading for kanji. It's called the nanori. Nanori are readings used in names. The most famous nanori for this kanji is ni, as in Nihon. Now you can write Japan in kanji. This character actually looks a bit like hi. That's kind of nice because it means moon. Of course, the cycle from full moon to full moon is about 1 month. Like hi, tsuki is 4 strokes. We begin, you guessed it, down the left side, but this will end in a tail. The second stroke is also a repeat, only it ends in a hook. Like hi, strokes 3 and 4 are the horizontal strokes, but a bit higher in the character. Let's try writing this together. Stroke 1 goes down and tails. Stroke 2 goes across the top, down the right, and hooks. Strokes 3 and 4 are horizontal. This character is also a pictograph. It probably began as a crescent moon with clouds in front of it. Over time, it became 4 quick strokes. This kanji has 3 pronunciations. Gats and gets are the on readings, and tsuki is the kun reading. Focus on the gats reading for now. Pieces of this character should look familiar. That would be because there are 2 katakana characters hidden in it. Can you see what they are? Nani is 7 strokes. It's a bit complicated, but don't worry. We'll learn characters that are a lot more complicated later. Strokes 1 and 2 form the katakana I down the left side. Stroke 3 goes across the top on the right. Strokes 4, 5, and 6 form a small ro in the center of the character. The final stroke goes down the right and ends in a hook. Can you see how knowing the correct stroke order for simpler characters can help you remember how to draw more complex characters? Let's try this with the Super Animatron 7000. Strokes 1 and 2 form I. Stroke 3 goes across the top. Strokes 4, 5, and 6 form ro. And finally, stroke 7 goes down the right side and hooks. This character is not actually a pictograph, but I have an image that may help you remember it. You see a person wearing a backpack, and you ask, What is in that backpack? Nani may actually be a compound ideograph. That means it's two simpler characters combined to represent a new meaning. The left side really does represent a person, but the right side is actually the character for things that are appropriate. So the question really is, what is appropriate for a person? This kanji has three pronunciations. The one own reading is ka. You already know the two kun readings, nani and non. This year, we won't use the own reading. That is all the characters for today. I thought it would be a good idea to review the kanji we have covered so far. The characters fall into three groups: numbers, time, and other things. As the year progresses, we'll get other categories and more characters. It's probably a good idea to review the katakana table too. We didn't learn any today, but here are the characters we have learned so far. Please make sure the characters we've covered are in your tables to help you study. Now let's look at the table with the diacritical markings attached. Again, this table is almost full. Only 5 more characters to go. Do you have these characters in your table? To complete the palatal syllables table, we only need 3 more characters. Which of these last 2 tables will be completed first? Have you written these on your paper? Also remember to fill in the spaces in the horizontal table. Practice is very important for memorizing and writing the characters with proper proportions. Finally, we have the table with the syllables borrowed from other languages. This table is also pretty full. We really only need 3 more characters to fill it. Please be sure you are studying the T and D syllables this unit. Also remember to add another character or 2 each week so that you can get them all memorized before we need them. How about adding ye and che this week? Be sure you have written these in your tables. Also remember to fill in the tables with the horizontal writing. That's it for today. See you in class.